He's a great streamer, super high energy, really fun, great Isaac streamer. I love all the support we're getting from the Isaac community these days. That's really, really kind. Dude, Lars, you should try the new DLC. I don't know if you've ever played Necrodancer, Lars. But yeah, get in on this. But yeah, thanks, dude. That's really awesome. That's a huge host. How was your stream, by the way? Also, Lars had like the most absurd, like, what was it? A streak of like 700 or 800 in a row Eden runs? Absurd. All right, the race is about to begin. Sorry about all that downtime, but we are going. This is going to be crazy good. Nocturna, this is the new character for all you joining us in the DLC. She starts with a cutlass. She is some kind of vampire lady. I'm not sure what Invert was doing there. He's kind of standing still.
It's like, yeah.
He might have been waiting to see what Mudjoe was doing. Like if Mudjoe was gonna go top right.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, he could have been checking the stream.
Although instead he went with Bat. That makes sense. In fact, Bat 1-1 makes a lot of sense because 1-1's so slow you don't want to go the wrong way. Interesting. So the thing about Nocturna, for those who are just joining us, you'll notice that she starts with a spell in the top right corner of the screen of each of our racers. You'll see there's this transform spell, so you can actually turn into a bat. The bat's really cool because it gives you vision of where the enemies are, which you can use for mapping. It also has flight. You get health regen, like a vampire, I guess. And I'm forgetting something, but it's cool. And then also with...
I always forget one of the like 4 things.
Yeah. The other thing is with Nocturna, she starts with a cutlass when you're not a bat. And the cutlass is really strong because you pretty much, how do I put this? As long as you're attacking something, you won't take any damage because you'll always parry if you get hit. Now, it does knock you back, which can be a little disorienting perhaps, but it's a very good move. So you just saw Invert do it there where he let the Minotaur just run into him and he parried it back. And that's actually a lot faster than if you were to let the Minotaur run by you. So some boots of pain.
Mudjoe had an interesting situation there where he turned up a Boots of Pain. If he picked it up as a bat, he would have taken him down to a half heart and you couldn't unbat.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
I wonder if he even cares about it, actually.
Oh, that freeze spell. Yeah, I think he doesn't want the boots because boots don't work very well with the cutlass.
Yeah, it's not like they do anything anyway.
And they don't work with the bat. If they worked with the bat, that'd be insane.
At least they shouldn't work with the bat.
No, they definitely shouldn't. Yeah. Ooh, that is a tough call between the Ice Familiar and the Freeze spell. And Invert goes with the Ice Familiar. It's a really good new item. There's these familiars you can get. So if you're not familiar with them, that's why they're new. But you've got Mudjoe rocking the Dove. He placed it to the right. You kind of choose where you put it. And the Dove familiar teleports things away. So you'll notice some enemies will just kind of disappear. It's a little more obvious when it's when you hear the sound effects, but it teleports things away. And then the Freeze familiar, Ice familiar, if you run an enemy through that snowman head, which is adorable, they freeze. And you saw that's how Invert quick killed the boss there.
Mudjoe used Bat iframe plus the damage on the bat to get a fast kill on the Minotaur mini-boss.
Yeah, that was actually beautiful.
Do is just like transform especially to kill the mini-boss because it's so much faster than your 1 damage cutlass, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's really fun that there's sort of this character in its basic form has, a high damage form or a 1 damage super safe form, and you're constantly swapping between the two. I think is really neat. You'll also notice there's this thing where you have parts of Zone 5 showing up. That only really occurs in, oh, careful, that's a gold cat. That only really occurs on Nocturna, this character, the new DLC character. So you get the parts of the DLC zone in Nocturna's runs, which is also kind of fun. One thing I will point out is both these racers would love a Ring of Frost right now, because anything that's frozen and you've got a Ring of Frost dies immediately. So you'd have pretty much infinite damage with either the Freeze spell or the Frost Familiar. Oh, this is a bad spot there for Invert, but he nicely scoots onto the conduit there. Get a little extra damage.
Yeah, Mudjoe was getting a little... Oh!
Ooh, and down goes Joe there. I actually missed it.
Because, it's funny. I saw him get swarmed, but he was fine because of the cutlass. And then somehow it went all wrong.
I just realized I do not have my replays up for no reason. So I'm gonna bring those up now, and then next time something like that happens, we can know why. There we go. All right, replays are now up and live. Let me just do a quick check. Boom. Okay. Nice. That's good. Hopefully it doesn't
it's funny
affect
because
my
I actually looked away. I was like, oh, he's in trouble. It's like, oh no, he's not in trouble anymore. I look away and he dies.
And he dies. Yeah, I didn't see what happened
I
there.
wonder
I'm
if that's
sure
what
someone
happened
in
with
chat's
him. You know, sometimes you do have those situations where it's like, oh, I'm fine now.
Whoops, nope. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like with Deep Blues, you pretty much, unless you want a health regen, there's no reason to kill Deep Blues 1 or 2 without just turning bat form and quick killing. So maybe Invert was looking for some health regens there.
Yeah, well, if you saw Mudjoe die, it
yeah, play safe. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, he's just going shop. That looks like chainmail?
Ooh.
Maybe?
So he got the Ring of Darkness there. I didn't see if there was a ring actually in the shop, but I'm gonna assume there was. Oh no, there's not. But you know, carrot.
Yeah,
I would just eat the carrot because he's already got mapping. Might as well get his health
I think
back.
he had the money to just buy out the whole shop, but then he would use all his gold. Maybe he's thinking he wants to shop more later.
Might want to shop later, yeah. This is true. The Invert keeps getting
because he's in a situation where, yeah, he has the time to build up a little bit and just kind of lock it in.
Right.
Oh, Earthquake Squall, it's, well, not that great.
Earthquake Scroll, yeah, not as good. I mean, still an easy boss kill usually.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's just, I mean, he's looking for like permanent equipment right now.
Yeah, it's certainly
like
not
he wants
top shelf.
Like, obviously he wants a ring, but like better armor, maybe like a Warhammer, something like that.
Yeah, we haven't seen a Warhammer in a little while. We had a lot of them. I thought this game was lousy with them, but then yeah, we're not getting them as much.
I wonder if he wants the lead boots.
So Mudjoe playing some smart play there. You have to be careful. One of the things you learn very early about the Cutlass is it does not parry the fire from a dragon. If you get bathed in fire when you're attacking things, you do not parry. You take that damage. 2.5
Yeah,
rounds.
turns out that swords are not very effective against fire.
So you can't really parry away fire. It doesn't make any sense. But I mean, as we were testing it, it's like, oh, here's something they may not have thought about. It's like, oh no, thought about it. Got it. I'm dead. Worth a shot. So there you go. You see the quick kill from Mudjoe as I was talking about earlier. Mudjoe making decent pace here to catch up. He's actually on technically the same zone, although Invert is about to get to zone 4. More than enough time for Mudjoe to catch up.
Yeah, because zone 3 you can be really fast, so...
Especially if you already kind of know where you're going.
Which he might. It depends how much he's been
peeking.
Because this is actually exactly where he died last time, right? That spot.
I think so.
I think.
That 1 damage though, causing him issues. All right, so he's on to 3-2. Invert bombing into the shop. Let's kind of sneak in there. Gives himself the Cursed Heart container and well.
Base Warhammer.
Oh, and he doesn't take the. Does he? He's thinking about it.
I don't know. I guess it's probably better, but
it's pretty good.
He doesn't have any
damage
up,
so it's particularly good in 4 and 5.
True.
And he's got the boots, so he's protected from floor issues. Which is good. Get a heart transplant. I don't think we've seen Conga yet, so you know that's always good to have. I think for a second there he forgot that he had the freeze charm.
It's Conga 3. Mudjoe Conga.
Oh, it is Conga 3. My bad.
Yeah. I would never remember it except.
It's tricky to remember all this stuff. All the cookies. Invert being a cookie monster there and eating all the cookies before swapping back to the heart transplant. Very nice. I love the cookies. That was definitely something we talked about when we were way early talking about like an item where you get multiple food stuffs. We had all kinds of stupid ideas like a loaf of bread or something like that. I don't know. I think cookies is great.
Yeah, it's nice having the extra iframes, right?
Yeah, it's
But
crazy.
it's not as good for the gluttony charm.
No. Yeah, it's got a nice trade-off. Oh, titanium
Oh, he
axe.
finally gets a ring.
And does he take it? Nope. Base. See, base warhammer too good. So good. I mean, titanium axe should be a like surefire thing because I love that weapon, but not against the base warhammer. I guess.
Warhammer's a bit too busted. Mudjoe's not too far behind. He's like a floor and a half behind.
Yeah, he's gaining on him. He's keeping that.
Not impossible. That said, like Invert has mapping.
Invert has mapping and a warhammer.
And a warhammer.
Mudjoe's got to play strong, but I mean, Mudjoe is, no offense to Invert, Mudjoe's the better player. We'll see if he can just be a little more efficient.
Yeah, because sometimes you can accumulate those small efficiencies.
Yeah, they matter.
Get an advantage from that.
Yeah, I was watching a Super Metroid race the other day, and it was exactly that situation, which was really exciting. Was one racer was just, he fell behind early, but had just slightly better, accumulating those slight efficiencies, and it was very exciting as he was gaining on them. It's cool. But this does look like Invert's got a pretty substantial lead at this point. He's moving through. He's got the Miner's Cap too. It's gonna.
Oh, he has the Miner's Cap pickaxe combo or like non-combo.
Yeah, it's really not that bad. It just looks bad, but it's like you still walk through level 2 walls without them getting in your way. It's just level 3 walls that are the problem.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Although because you don't clear out the wall,
you might not see on the other side, sort of thing.
Yeah, it makes it hard to deal with stuff on the other side.
Yeah, this is true. But I think a lot of people just assume that it doesn't, like it gets in your way. Whoa, and that conduit action there from Mudjoe as he lights everything up. That was beautiful. So beautiful. I think I want to see a replay of that.
It's looking like so Invert didn't have any problems with Zone 5, of course, given this build.
Yep.
Oh, he just has the freeze familiar, so he has to avoid freezing.
Here's that replay, by the way. Check this out. He lights everything up as we see Invert walk to finish. Very, very nice. And that's GG. Not the fastest race I've ever seen, especially coming out of these two guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, Invert was taking his time once he saw Mudjoe die, just making sure that he had a build to close it out 100%, and he timed it pretty much perfectly, right? He had a pretty comfortable lead and a pretty ridiculous build.
Yeah, yep, it's true. Very nice. All right, well. Now we're going to move on to the Cadence race. So once again, the way that this tournament is structured, it's a best of 3 single elimination, and we alternate between Nocturna and Cadence, with the rubber match being Nocturna. So it goes Nocturna, Cadence, Nocturna. All right. This will be good. It's hard to say specifically what we're going to stick with in terms of Condor in the future. Let's see how everything kind of plays out. We are planning on some DLC tournaments coming up. One thing we will apologize officially about is we're probably not going to go back and do vanilla tournaments, probably, because we're just going to move forward with the DLC. So if you do want to take part in Condor, you will have to get the DLC. But hey, it's not like I'm breaking your arm to get it. You can get it or not, but it's worth it. It's so good. All right, as for Fortissimo music, so good. All right, race should be underway in a sec. Is there like a pan pipe in this version?
Which remix is this? I guess I don't hear it because I'm on.
It's the Pharaoh version. Mole's Pharaoh.
Oh, it's one of the Girlfriend Records. Yeah, so Girlfriend Records did 3 versions of Fortissimo.
Yeah, which is so cool.
Which is it's like going above and beyond.
Totally. But also, I think there's a pan flute in it, which is really going above and beyond. Puzdor 4 is gonna be crazy with all the new stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be nuts. Speaking of Puzdor, we did have Puzdor 3 not too long ago. It was a good time. I watched some of the highlights. If you want to see those highlights, I've actually got everything up on YouTube now. You can check that out on our YouTube channel, which I think is, yeah, it's the command there.
That's interesting. The Blood Shop has the Cutlass.
Oh, so we want to go back.
Oh,
to that
Invert
Cutlass.
didn't check the Blood Shop. Okay.
At Torch of Walls,
Yeah,
though,
Mudjoe didn't take the Cutlass. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's a little surprising. Maybe it's because you don't have the quick boss kills, because you don't have the bat farm. Maybe?
Yeah, that
got
could be
to
what he's
throw-
thinking, that, on Nocturna, you have the option of swapping to bat.
Ooh,
Which
that
is
was a bad white spawn there for Invert.
Yeah. Well, he did the right thing, right? To go back and engage the white. Like, if he had tried to engage the dragon, it could have gotten pretty messy.
It would have been bad, and I do that so
I think he
often.
would have been fine, but he would have had to, like, react exactly the right way.
Yeah. Yeah, he could have gone right. To the right a little bit.
Yeah.
Did some dig buffering stuff.
But it's the kind of situation where, you know, if you don't figure out, oh, I just need to go right, then you don't.
So Joe picking up the Obsidian Spear as well. Not dropping down the trapdoor, I guess, to keep his multiplier up. Doesn't matter. If it was deep blues, it would have. But it
oh, it's Coral Rift, so he doesn't have a bomb for it.
Oh, he doesn't have a bomb.
Yeah, that's
Coral
gonna...
Rift, Baby Rage.
At least, you know, at least he has a spear and not the dagger. If this was not dagger, it'd be like terrible. But
Yeah, it takes so much longer. Or Rapier. Can be tricky. I guess Rapier you could still get the kills on the diagonal spawns.
yeah, I think so. I think you can Rapier.
Fortissimal's rap is amazing. Who actually wrote the rap lyrics? That's what I'm curious about. Do you know?
Boy, yeah, who actually wrote it? I know that Ryan did some of it, but I don't know. I think there was a little bit of collaboration going on there, actually.
Nice.
So I don't know, like, everybody who contributed to it.
Because it is, like, some really good lyrics. Oh, this is awesome. I love it. All right, it is Deep Blues. Could have gone for a Deep Blues throw, potentially.
Yeah, I don't know if he was only on 2 multipliers, so I don't know if he would have gotten it up just from the pawn.
Right. Yeah, I'm not sure about that either. There's so for those who don't know, there's kind of a fun strat if you're in this situation where you need that 3 damage for the throw. If you took a trapdoor down there, you can kill the 4 enemies in the trapdoor, and then when you throw it, the 5th kill will be the pawn, which will give it +1 damage, and then the next beat, or I guess within that beat, you'll then hit the king for 3, which is pretty great. I'm glad that works that way.
Yeah, Mudjoe got the quick kill, so he's like really... Oh, what? Oh, they both have mana freeze. Well.
Oh, yes. Okay. Mana freeze. Ryan wrote the lyric ideas. Megaran did the main work. Oh, cool. Danny V didn't do anything. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, I didn't realize Invert does have a win over Mudjoe, which is kind of a big deal because, yeah, Mudjoe has been probably the winningest racer lately. He's been doing very, very well, and it's going to be very hard for Mudjoe to catch up. He has to be extremely efficient in his movements, which includes going the correct direction because Invert's going to be pretty much doing the exact same thing. When you have mana freeze, it's...
Yeah, mana freeze, although, you know, because they're only on the spear, there's a lot of opportunities to...
Oh, find a Warhammer?
Well...
Or die! Invert dies in the... What? I don't believe it. Let me get that replay up. Was that a trapdoor death? Let's find out. As he hops into Fortissimal there and gets tangled. Just plays it wrong. I mean, that's the danger of the Obsidian Weapon trapdoor, and wow.
Yeah, it's true.
Getting tangled and opens the door for Mudjoe to take this, especially with... Oh, God. Okay. You know, Obsidian Warhammer mana freeze.
So that was the find a Warhammer strategy we were talking about, right?
Yeah, that was the one right there. This is about as safe as you could possibly be in this game.
Yeah, this
without
is
having, like endless hearts.
Yeah, well, especially the combination of like the 2 most kind of OP in a safe way things you can get.
Yeah. By the way, yes, Red Wave the First. This is in fact the DLC. Myself and a bunch of other people got to be beta testers, which is pretty hype. And so we decided to run a Condor using the DLC. Now, it isn't released yet. Okay, that was actually scary for Mudjoe there.
Yeah, I don't know if you could see that spike trap.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if you stepped to that spike trap, you'd be down to a half heart.
Yeah, and also just the way he was going so fast. Like, there's times where the heart transplant is probably not a good idea. Like, if you're trying to play safe, you can accidentally get yourself killed Bard style.
Yeah, like, to win this race, you probably just don't want to use that heart transplant. Unless you want to save it until some situation where you want to go slower than normal tempo, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Save it for the safety, not for trying to go too fast.
But it might be he's like, oh, I have such a safe build. Obviously, I can go as fast as I want, which is usually wrong.
Well, it's those warlocks that put you in the wrong spot. By the way, Invert using the axe. Finally, somebody using the axe. I love that weapon. I think it's so much fun to play with. I've said it's my sort of favorite new item just because it's a blast. It really is super fun. Just the way it plays feels really cool. It feels a little slicker than the rapier. And when you're doing it, oh, but you gotta also be careful of that. And he has no way. Oh, that timing on that bomb was perfect for Invert. Invert is in a really scary spot now. He's got a ton of enemies swarming. He's got a bunch of enemies in the way there. He can dig by. He's gotta, okay. We've got skeletons and golems playing blocker here. He's not gonna get by those skeletons.
Oh, he lost
either.
His weapon.
He took the tanked the
I was
half heart.
watching Mudjoe.
Yeah, sorry. It's not like he's close. It's just such an interesting situation. So he did manage to have to tank half a heart to get his shard back, and now he's really in a bad spot.
Yeah, Cadence is not like Nocturna. You can't just sit on a half heart and be happy.
No. Half heart is scary. I think, yeah, he's not dropping down that trapdoor because he needs a build. He's probably going to shop a little, hoping that something happens.
So this is a little sketchy for Mudjoe. I would like to just freeze here.
Yeah, that was really spooky. But with the knockback, it ended up.
Because like if he takes one hit from, I think even he has no armor. So if he took one hit even from Dead Ringer diagonally, like he would be dead.
Yeah. Oh,
and because he has the Warhammer, he's getting caught in like everything.
Not a mole, a gnome. The gnome spawns are a little freaky. The weird thing about the gnome was that fixed, where they don't just teleport out.
No, they do teleport out, but so he froze it, so it couldn't teleport.
Oh, so he actually killed it, whereas normally they just
he had to kill it.
That's funny.
Yeah. Okay,
all right, well, Joe takes
thought
this one. Sub 8 in game. Very nice. Just over 8 out of game. Race time.
Yeah, that was pretty fast run. Well, I guess it kind of makes sense, given that he had Mana Freeze and a Warhammer.
Yeah.
It should be fast.
It couldn't be slower, really. It could have been. You could have died. But that was a great run. Yeah. Nicely done, Joe. So once again, we're going to game 3, just showing how strong these racers all are. Going toe-to-toe here.
I'm just asking in chat, like, why is it that freezing a metronome when Necrodancer fight is, like, a downside?
Yeah, this is so funny.
It makes so much sense.
Philosophically, why? Yeah, it's pretty funny. Yeah, I don't know if that counts as a BG from Mudjoe or not. Sub 8. I don't know what his new threshold is. Mudjoe notoriously has a very difficult threshold for what he considers a good run.
Well, is original game GG? It has to be sub 6. Is it still?
Yeah,
is that the rule still?
I think it was sub 6. Okay. So.
Because like probably the
like
DLC equivalent sub 6 is probably like sub 7, right?
Yeah, I think it is.
So this may in fact be BG.
That was a BG. Yeah, because Zone 5 is actually not that slow of a zone. Like, it's no Zone 4 at all.
Yeah, it's usually pretty fast.
Yeah.
Which, it's like, it wasn't intentionally super fast, but it just kind of worked out that way. Because, you know, any zone where you have, like, Zone 4 deliberately puts the exit as far away from you as it can.
Yeah.
Right? And so, Zone 5 is more like the other zones. It's more like, the exit can be close to you sometimes, and you don't have to walk the entire map to get to it.
Yeah, it can be right next door. I've done that a couple times now, where I've done the whole loop. I'm like, I was right next to spawn. Dang it. That's the worst. The mistake you don't often make in like Zone 2, though you could. Because we know the mapping so well in Zone 2.
Yeah, this one my mapping. Yeah, like I definitely feel like the layout probably needs a little bit of refinement, but I do find it interesting that you can sometimes just guess which room is going to be big, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting cues you can get. Okay, there's a potion to start. Or oh, wow, there is a potion, but because of the Zone 5 layout, it's a free potion. And so Invert opts to, is he gonna go for it? I guess it's too many enemies in that room. That is a lot of enemies. Yeah, this is a garbage Zone 1, or 1-1.
Also, they're just gonna, Mudjoe's not even bothering them.
Yeah, Mudjoe's probably making the right call.
Yeah, because, you know, on Nocturne, you don't really need the potion.
Yeah, you don't really need it. That was a lot of time for that potion. See, Mudjoe's already on 1-2, although taking a lot of hits here.
This is like very strong.
This is some brutal zone 1 right now.
But that's like one of the skills that Nocturna tests, right? Is like, can you get through these swarms efficiently?
Right. Get them.
Because you know that you're not going to die unless you really screw up because of the Cutlass.
Oh, this sucks for Invert. The freaking statue right in the way.
Mudjoe got in a situation where the Gorgon was blocking the Catacomb wall, so he had to just bomb it.
Yeah, that's what's happening to Invert right now.
I'm not sure why he went into bat form. Oh, he's just getting the mapping, see if we can go around the other way.
Oh my god.
I guess this is like,
this
is pretty ridiculous.
Oh, this zone 1 is
It's like the only way through the map.
awful.
In fact, if he didn't have the bomb, would he actually be soft blocked? I'm not sure.
No, you could probably come in from the top into that zone 5 area.
So I guess like objectively that's pretty unfair, but it's also good.
Yeah, the occasional bad mapping is a known part of the Necrodancer play. Sometimes you get bounce traps that just send you all the backwards and you can't get past it. This is kind of how it goes.
Yeah, well, I did do a thing. I think now the bounce traps that make like floors that are actually impossible to complete shouldn't happen anymore.
Oh, that's awesome.
Except for that kind of thing.
That's interesting.
But like from the traps, like I put in a check that just says, oh, you know, if you cannot walk from your start position to the exit, then just
redo. Yeah. That's actually awesome. And I guess in that situation, like, it was their choice to kill the Gorgon in the wrong spot.
Yeah, like, if the Gorgon hadn't been killed there, then they would have been able to get through. Oh, yeah. Mudjoe took a big hit from the dragon.
He got lit up by that dragon.
Which is fine. I mean, he has a heal spell. It's not a big deal.
Yep.
It just means that now, if he wants to use the bat form for mapping and switch back on the floor, like, he can't really do it.
Yeah, it's a little tricky. There is a food shop right there, but he won't be able to get anything besides just purchasing it. He won't be able to bomb it, I mean.
Yeah.
Which might matter. No, Invert also doesn't have a bomb.
I'm not sure, like, if you even want the ham there, you might want the empty heart, because you have the heal spell, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it's a little safer if you're gonna just get your health right back. Okay, now really safe.
Yeah, it's safer. And, you know, Invert is, like, fairly far back because... And like, I don't think he died, right? He just got stuck on, like, catacomb walls everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, Gorgon plugging the hole.
Need some Drano for that Gorgon. The map redo fix solves the Zone 4 map with no stairs. Interesting question.
Oh, yeah. So the Zone 4... Okay, I'm not going to say that there are no bugs left in Zone 4, but the main class of Zone 4 bugs got fixed.
Like the really weird Zone 4
the things where, like,
stuff.
trap rooms would get, like, merged with other rooms, so that got fixed. And the thing where the potion room would overwrite the exit stairs also got fixed.
Oh, okay.
Which was actually the same bug. Like, it was just saying, like, it would forget that it put a room there, and so it was just like, oh yeah, I can put a room there. Oh. But there was already one there.
Gotcha.
And that causes issues.
Is there somewhere where we can listen to the Fortissimo rap without Elad and Blue Blimp talking over it? Yeah, that's going to be on Tuesday. If you get the DLC, you can just go into the boss room and dance around with Fortissimo.
Yeah, I guess, like, at some point the band camps will exist. I don't know if they exist yet.
I don't think they do. I think... actually, I'm not positive. Yeah, Danny B said those were going up at some point.
Okay.
I'm not sure when.
So, Mudjoe with, I guess, like, the Zone 5 walls, although they recede, it looks like they don't get the torch when they come back, which kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. It sort of pops the light bulb off.
Which means that he can't, like, reuse it for his Infernal Torch, but that's okay.
Random thought, just putting that out there. When you pop the light bulb, it does like a flash of light so you can see surrounding the area. I feel like that would be such a complicated thing to program. That'd be cool,
it's probably easy.
All right. Well,
yeah, there's
anyway,
actually, when you use the wire, there's a flash of light associated with that. It's not very noticeable because there's so many other effects going on. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Oh, there you go. That'd be cool. Anyway.
Whoa, Mudjoe getting a little bit swarmed here.
Yeah, Mudjoe currently in the lead by a pretty good amount. This seed has not been friendly. Low damage. The grenade charm has been put to work a little bit here by Mudjoe. For those who don't know what the grenade charm is, it's a charm you pick up that turns your bombs into grenades. You throw them like Eli kicks a bomb, or Shovel launches a bomb. Oh, invert going down. Just didn't attack the queen.
Oh.
Interesting. And also, by the way, those bombs do 6 damage.
So Mudjoe now just needs to finish this, which looks like he'll be able to do. He's not on a super safe build, but
yeah, he's got a little health
with Nocturna, right?
Nice.
If you know you need to play safe, you can play safe.
Yeah, you can finish Nocturna. Nocturna is a quote-unquote easy character in that regard.
Yeah, I mean, part of the goal when
Goo is bad. Goo is scary. Oh, don't get yourself in the corner. What are you doing?
Oh my god, really?
Okay, he's gonna just parry out the song. Oh, but that mole. Oh, but it does. Wait, what? Why did you do that? Wait, what happened there? Why did he die?
What did he do? Oh, he threw a grenade and then he got hit. I think he threw a grenade down.
Hit on the...
But because he took the beat to throw the grenade, he wasn't parrying on that beat. Yeah, so something hit him, and so he got turned into bat form. And once he's in bat form, he doesn't have the parry anymore. So that was.
Oh, he did the Gorgon right in the way again.
Oh no, that was an unfortunate. Oh,
I can't believe that death. This was a free one for Joe. We were just saying it. Commentator curse, big time. We were just saying.
Yeah,
easy.
I can kind of see his thought process there. Maybe. I wonder if he's not. I wonder if he's watching. He's probably watching.
He should be watching, but yeah, if he was, he should know that you just wait out the song. You just parry the rest of the song out. My goodness.
Like, his thought process was probably something like, oh, I can clear out these guys with a grenade, because I was thinking the same thing. And didn't quite get to the point of realizing, if I do that, I will die.
Yeah, that could be. That could be. Yeah, grenades don't work like blast helms. You don't have that, like, just panic button with it, necessarily.
Yeah. So this is actually now a very close race.
Yeah.
Because Mudjoe's only slightly behind.
Oh, man, what? Invert miscounting there. He should have stuck with the parry, and now Mudjoe's got the lead again. The spoop, the dying. Wow. Once again, Invert pushing for that potion. I mean, Joe's not far enough ahead that it matters. Joe's not far enough ahead that you can, catch up with that pretty easily. He should really push and not plug the hole with the Gorgon. Let's see if he does it.
Yeah, which level is that on the
1-3?
1-3? Oh, 1-2, really? Okay.
Stop commentator cursing. Okay.
Okay, let's see. Does it happen? Does it happen? Oh, he did it.
Immediately bombs it though. So at least that. It's actually a really nasty setup because those orcs come in and the water causes you a bad spot. You really do have to back up.
Yeah. It's a bit of a swarm that comes to that very, very narrow opening.
One of the big dangers of having the bat is you have no armor and take a lot of damage when you get hit.
Yeah, like being in bat is really quite dangerous.
There it is. I was waiting. That's what I was expecting him to do. That move Invert just did there was really, really nice. Where he, you couldn't get to the trap door and it was blocked by a level 2 wall. So you just bat over to it and then unbat. And there you go, you're in.
That's one of the nice things. Yeah, it's one of those things where you just kind of use the small properties of the bat to give yourself this small beat advantage, right? It's like, well, yeah, sure, I'd pay a half heart to reach a trap door. Why not? It's worth it.
Yeah, it's super worth it because that layout was bad too. I remember that.
So Mudjoe really wants a bomb here because he just sees this. Oh, there's a bomb.
Yeah, got his grenade charm. Does it give
He's
free
probably
bombs
gonna
now?
go get the Ring of Peace.
It does, right?
He must not be watching.
Joe?
Yeah.
He does seem to be pushing particularly hard. Maybe he just wants this race over with.
Maybe he didn't see the Shrine of Peace. Possible. Because I think if he had seen the Shrine of Peace, he would have gone and bombed it. Because after reading the bombs.
Yeah, this is crazy. The dying. We're 10 minutes into this race. Pretty unexpected. I mean, I guess to be expected in the sense that this is, the game is not the same anymore. A bit of a game changer when you get that DLC. So.
Yeah, because a lot of what you rely on in this game, right, is your
muscle
kind
memory?
of instinctive reactions.
Yeah.
right? And that gets you out of the tough situations.
Or
But if you
makes
don't have
die,
those, like
which is what happens to me. I guess I don't have the instinct, and yeah. It's the best racers are those who don't think as much and tend to just kind of mash through properly. Wow, this is bad with all. Oh my God, Invert, look out! Being a bat in that situation was real bad. Handled though. It was real scary.
Mudjoe's making really good work of Zone 4. I guess he's pretty much on, except for the grenade charm, he's basically just on a classic build.
Yeah.
Doing the like Obsidian Rapier freeze.
It's a good build. One of the top builds of the day, back in the day. Ooh, nicely done backing off of that statue. Good game sense there, because the statue is frozen, so it would have been a couple more beats, or it was a couple more beats before it actually exploded. And if normally you just back off and then go back to it, as you would, he would have exploded.
Yeah, that was interesting though, because he froze it, it didn't explode the normal time. But he, he realized that and handled it.
Invert really showing the strength of the parry here, as he pretty much ignores every other enemy and just pushes in. It's nice, but he does have to push pretty big. He is 2 zones back, which is
yeah.
weird to
I mean, it
say
really
when
comes
he's in
down
zone
to if Mudjoe can clear this without dying, which he should be able to. But that's what we said last time. Right.
Yeah, getting frozen is kind of real bad. Something you can't really deal with as well on Nocturna. The parry doesn't work as well. An Omar skin. Omar's coming. Nice, bro.
Also, Mudjoe again experiencing freezing a metronome to makes it take longer to kill. Because the trap door also, because it's off its home floor, it'll just teleport back to its home floor if you kill it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, I mean, that makes sense, right?
It makes total sense. It's just sort of from I feel like, I don't know, I guess I don't understand how the game sort of builds itself, but to think that the old floors still exist in a way?
It doesn't exist, but you can pretend that it exists.
Okay.
It does the same thing, right? Like, you can't tell.
Gotcha. Yeah, it just disappears. Yeah, it's going
But,
back to its people.
but yeah, if he freezes it, then it can't teleport, and so you have to actually kill it all the way.
A little bit of spook factor there from Joe. Never mind, he's got it, and Joe takes this
Nice.
marathon of a race here. 13:30 race time, but a 6:42 GG.
Yeah, the in-game time is pretty favorable.
Pretty fast.
Which, of course, you expect from a rerun.
Yeah,
but
pretty much a
still
redo.
pretty good.
Yeah, GG. All right, well, Invert does get eliminated.